All right, guys, let's give it up for the champ here, Bernard Hopkins. Come on. Here you go, champ.
Thanks for staying, coming out. Any questions?
Any questions, anyone?
Bernard, might you have been able to get back?
Oh, sorry.
Bernard, might you have been able to get back in the ring within the 20-second period, or was your ankle just, too far gone?
No, I wasn't even thinking about the 20 seconds. I was just thinking about my right ankle felt like throbbing, like I guess when you make a wrong pivot and twist it, like a sprain, as the doctor said. Looks like it, but he don't know. And I know I twisted it when I went out towards the ring. And my thing was, I can stand on it, but I need time to get back in the ring, and I need time to be able to see if I can box on there. And the referee asked me, or the commission asked me, and I said I can stand on it, but I just feel it burning. I have it taped up right now from the ankle up like a football player. They get a turf twist when they twist on the field. So I got a tape right now, but that's all I remember. And until Monica and everybody started saying I hit my head, they said they heard that more than they heard anything, because I just remember bouncing off the ropes, using it as a defense to bounce off the ropes and look for a counter or positioning. And I just felt his body form or whatever, just after a punch, put me out of the, I couldn't grab the rope. So I tried to, and wasn't nothing to grab. It was like sort of like a push or a body push with an elbow or forearm. And that's really all I remember, trying to grab it, and went down.
Just one other thing. Was this kid better and a bigger puncher than you had anticipated?
I knew he can punch. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to fight him. Far as chin and far as taking body shots, I think the momentum was clearly playing out into my hands. And I believe if you look at the scorecards up to the 8th round, one judge had it me, one judge had it him, and the other judge had it a draw, I believe. So, I mean, Bernard, that doesn't sound like a guy that's blowing a 51-year-old guy out. And everybody that followed me in my whole career know that I'm not a guy that win the first 4 or 5 rounds of a fight, in any fight, except for Murata Carr. So, I mean, that's just the way my fighting style has been. And I think that Joe got a little frustrated. I mean, think about it. I don't like to use age for a disadvantage or advantage, but I can see a 27-year-old guy that can, like you said, punch, big, strong, and you're in there with a guy that's 51 years old. I mean, he's supposed to be frustrated. 8 rounds, and he's not blowing me out. So I think he really got frustrated. And, do what you can do. But I don't complain. I just let the fans see. I just let, whatever take place. And whoever watch it, whoever see it, whoever governs it, then I'd rather for them to say something than me act like I'm crying and whining about something. But it is what it is. You see what you see. Am I comfortable with it? Am I pleased with it? No. But am I going to talk about it for the rest of the year? No. Because y'all, the people, they speak for me. Whether they speak that I agree or speak that I disagree. But one thing about watching it yourself and watching it tomorrow, or watching it whenever, they can see the work that was being done, and things unfortunately happened, but you know, they called it the way they called it. They gave him the fight, I guess, for not being able to return to the ring in 30 seconds, 20 seconds, or whatever. Next question.
Straight in front of you, Bernard.
Damn.
Now that your career is over, and I know it didn't end the way that you wanted it to end with a victory, but can you just in any way sum up the 28-year career that you had despite the unfortunate way that the fight ended tonight?
Between the ankle and the back of my head hitting the ground, I feel worse now than I felt when I was 25. Based on, I mean, I didn't know I hit my head that hard until everybody started telling me. And you know, I don't want to end like I don't want the fight like to end the way it was. I'd rather get beat. I'd rather get a win or something where it's clear to everybody. But it seemed like it's spots in my career where there was either controversy or the rules or whatever, because it's past 4 rounds or 5 rounds, I guess, in the state of California. But at the end of the day, like, I can go and talk about this in my career, talk about that in my career, and we'd be here for 2 days. But I can say that I'm probably the only fighter in history that been pushed out of the ring by 2 fighters in my time of 29 years in boxing. Robert Allen, which was a title defense, and of course, yesterday. Next.
Bernard, over here. To your right. I know the way that the fight played out. I mean, is this the end, or do you feel that you would want to right what was wrong tonight?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say it one last time. I'm really serious about this because as my team, not only personal team, but my team with Golden Boy, I can also say my family with HBO, all the HBO people that's backing me, behind me, and support me. Win, lose. I mean, I know y'all don't believe most fighters, and 9 out of 10 you shouldn't, but trust me, if it would have been the other way around, with no, if you want to call this a misfortune, that's what I call it, or controversy, whatever. Win, lose, Bernard, Dan Raphael. I told y'all both the same thing, even though y'all didn't ask the question. But I told the main writers in boxing, Ron Burgess. I mean, when you talk about those 3 names, win, lose, or draw, or controversy. I said that, y'all. And that's it. I mean, y'all can keep asking me. I'm not getting, you know, trust me, I'll just tell you the same thing. But I think time is going to really say it all, because I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks, in January 15th. Then I'll be 53, God willing. And if anyone of y'all still around, I'm 60, and y'all gonna ask me if I'm gonna do one more, then that's on y'all. Because I still will look like I probably can. But I'm not. And this is the fight that I wanted, a meaningful fight, not a cherry pick. And that's why the fans love me, that's why I love the fans. Whether the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, South, doesn't matter. I take on the baddest, the biggest in my era, and my era was gone 2 eras ago, remind you. So I have no regrets. I have no regrets. Because my team, not only Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy promotion, and also HBO, Peter Nelson, and all the guys, they backed me because they knew I wanted this fight. And my last and final one. And so, however it ended, I ended with a conversation Unfortunately, it didn't go the way I wanted to go. But who would think I'd give y'all something to talk about at the end of the year to go into 2017? Whatever your opinion is about. But I tell you, I felt good. I felt that like most fights that I fought, I come on at the time where I figure the puzzle out, and then I execute. Any more questions?
Bernard, you said this was the round I was going to make something happen of the 8th round. What was your plan of attack, for the fight's remaining rounds?
Thank you. Back to the body. I was hitting him with some good body shots, and I heard him respond to those good body shots, and he was missing. He was missing with most of his punches and frustrated. And I just seen him getting frustrated. And I just wanted to hang in there, weather the storm. If you can take it, you can make it. And that's all I kept saying in my mind. If you can take it, you can make it, because he based everything on a power punch. And I knew I can take a good punch. As you've seen tonight, I knew I can take a good punch. Now can he take accumulation of punches where I know if I take him in deep water, then I know I'll be able to go ahead and slow the big giant down. And he starts slowing down around the 6th and the 7th when I was cutting him to them body shots and throwing my combinations and I was getting my rhythm. I noticed that he was slowing down. I noticed his punches wasn't effective as they was the first 3 or 4 rounds. Any more? Well, I didn't know it was all over. I didn't know that if I wasn't going to get back in, that was all over. I just knew that I was either get some time or be able to walk on it. And well, the commission did ask me when I would go back in the ring, and I said, yeah, but he said, can you stand on it? And I said, I feel it when I stand on it, it's thriving. And he said, well, I don't want you to go back in there. And that's when they said you can't go back in the ring. And I know how I feel when you either twist your ankle or you tweak it. So.
All right, Bernard, you've had an amazing career. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished, and we respect you and we love you. And hey, now it's time for some HBO commentating and building champions at Golden Boy Promotions. So everybody, round of applause for the champ. So thank you very much, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and now we have Joe DeGuardia to introduce his fighter, Smith.
Yes, no. It's been an honor, and we applaud Bernard Hopkins for the career that he had, 4 decades of boxing, and really making some wonderful memories in the sport. And, you saw tonight how the reality is that Bernard really did go out his way because he chose an opponent that he didn't have to choose in Joe Smith Jr. And we're looking forward to the future. We believe that we have the top light heavyweight for the future. And also somebody who, as you all know, is down to earth, recognizes who he is, and looks forward to keep working hard for the future as the common person actually does and everybody else does, hardworking. I'm going to just turn it over real quick to Joe, say a couple of words, and then we'll take any questions. Joe Smith, Jr.
How's it going, everybody? I hope you all enjoyed the show tonight. I just want to give a big thank you to Bernard Hopkins. He's a true champion, and everyone will always remember that he's a true champion. I'd like to thank HBO, Joe DeGuardia here for Star Boxing, and my team, Jerry and Phil Capienko. I wouldn't be here today without them too. you know, all this hard work that I put in the gym, they're putting all the hard work in the gym with me and outside the gym. And, you know, because of these two, I'm here today. And, you know, I'm just happy we got the win, and you know, I'm looking forward to the next fight.
Joe, did anything surprise you about Hopkins?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was prepared for everything he had, but I was a little surprised that he was still sharp and fast, and that's pretty much it.
Did his right hand affect you?
No, but you know, it kept me aware that he did still have a little, you know, power left in there, and you know, I was you know, preparing myself for it, and you know, being prepared to stay out of the way from it.
Thank you. Any other questions?
That was nice and short. Huh?
Thank you. Congratulations, Joe. Do you remember what your thought was when he went flying through the ropes?
Well, when I had him on the rope, I landed a clean shot, and I threw another one right behind it, and it landed, and I seen him falling down, and I knew I just wanted to keep letting my hands go, and I landed 3 or 4 more shots after that, and you know, I got him to fall.
Obviously, you had a job to do, and you did it very, very well. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But do you have mixed feelings in a way that you ended like a legend's career, especially the way it ended, you know, that kind of thing, or you just think I was doing my job and you know, that's it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it stinks that I ruined his, you know, his party, but you know, it was my coming out party. You know, I'm in here to,
Thank you so much.
you know, improve my future. So that's what I had to do that, and you know, I can't regret that.
Hey, Joe. Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
Did you, what does it mean to you that you were able to finish this guy when a guy like Sergey Kovalev was not?
It's a great feeling, you know. I know now that I am one of the hardest hitting, you know, light heavyweights in the world today, and I proved it here today, and I proved it in my last fight. You know, Stevenson couldn't stop Fonfara, Kovalev couldn't stop him, and I did it.
One more fight to get to Adonis Stevenson, or how far away do you think you are?
Well, I'm ready for whoever's next. You know, anybody they want to throw at me, I'll be ready for them.
And are you going to go back to your union job?
Yeah, I mean, if something comes up quick, I'll get right back in the gym. But you know, I'm still going to be working out there.
Thank you. Congrats.